Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living coach. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm an intuitive, transformational life coach and astrologist, and I'm here to give you guys the new moon in Libra video. And I am hanging out with my friend Legs. This is my friend's dog that decided to come stay with me for the weekend. So yeah, it has a lot to do with partnerships. These could be new partnerships or old partnerships coming back around. And yeah, so let's get right into it. All right, come on, Legs, get down. There you go. Okay. Ooh. All right, so this new moon in Libra is happening at 2 degrees of Libra, okay? And we have Mercury, the planet of communication, which is retrograde, is conjunct at 27 degrees of Virgo. So Venus is also there at 25 degrees of Virgo. So Venus is at the last degrees of Venus being in Virgo, which is not happy here. Venus is home in Libra, and we'll be entering that shortly. But this new moon is coming first with a 6-planet retrograde. So there's a lot of things that we're reconsidering, reevaluating in our relationships and our partnerships. So welcome to Libra season. Happy birthday to all my Librans out there. You guys are one of the most liked signs. So we just had the autumn equinox on the 22nd, marking the equal day and equal night. There is a balance that we're seeking because Libra is a cardinal energy, which is the initiator. It goes to get. Its opposite is Aries, which is also cardinal. But this is cardinal air, and it is looking for harmony and justice, balance, mutuality in relationships, and an equal give and take. If you've known a Libra, sometimes they keep tallies on the things that they give or the amount of that they contribute to make sure that they're getting that in return. Now, this is a waning into the dark moon in Libra. And Libra is about partnerships and relationships, and interacting with others is very important. They are the most social of the signs, and this is a magical time to connect with those that we care about and have meaningful conversations. Now, Mercury being retrograde is going to make that a little difficult just because we're not really seeing, or there's not a whole lot of clarity with our communications because it's retrograde. So also, this is opposing, this new moon and Mercury and Venus is opposing Neptune retrograde and Jupiter retrograde. Now, Neptune is in Pisces, Jupiter is in Aries at 3 degrees. So Jupiter is pretty dang close to a perfect opposition with this new moon. This will give us a sense of optimism and luck in our relationships and our partnerships. But because Neptune's there, we could be seeing with our rose-colored glasses. We might be, let's just say that the opportunity for connection and love reuniting is there. And we could be maybe reconsidering or holding ourselves back because of maybe things of the past, or not an equal give and take in the relationship, or feeling like you putting out more than you're actually getting in return. And so these are things that we're reconsidering before we just jump right in. But I think we're just going to take that risk and take that chance because the energy is so available for this. Like leveling up to the next level in our relationships and partnerships. So it's time to take a risk. Maybe it's time to move in with your significant other or get engaged or get a raise or a promotion or join a extracurricular activity or a class. With the 6th planet retrograde, we are asking ourselves, what's next? Where do we want to be next? Okay. What do we value? And is our values in alignment with our relationships? Venus is wrapping up the end of the Virgo where it's been analytical, nitpicky, and just overall like not happy in the area of relationships or our money sectors. So when it moves into Venus, we're going to start feeling a little better and things will start looking better around our love and money matters. So we will have the energy to bring it all together when Venus finally goes into Libra and Mercury starts to return to its forward motion to make the necessary changes in our relationships and money matters. Because Neptune and Jupiter is opposing the new moon, so just be careful about things looking better than they actually are. Don't sign any contracts. This isn't a time to start anything new. I think relationships would be okay to start something new or leveling up in a relationship that you already have established, but something that is brand new, you're just not going to be seeing the situation and the people clearly. So I'd say wait until Mercury goes direct and the sun and the moon aren't opposing Neptune, the planet of illusion, delusion, and rose-colored glasses, right? So we might be just like sucked back into that illusion with someone. Maybe we think, oh, they've changed, or that maybe this cycle has come to an end and it won't repeat anymore. But the thing is if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, and it has feathers like a duck, it's probably a duck. And so I wouldn't get your hopes up or anything about someone totally doing a 360 or 180 when that hasn't been what has been seen in the past. Don't get me wrong, though, this new moon is a beautiful energy for starting new levels within our relationship and our partnerships. And I think it's a really good time to really vocalize and communicate with the people that we love because Mercury is conjunct the Venus. I think that this whole new moon is just a really loving and beautiful energy for connecting with those that we love. Also, it's a great time to get in your art space, like create something. Like it is a beautiful time to create something. But yeah, I mean, as far as our relationships, our partnerships, this is marriage, romantic, business, friendships, we are definitely reevaluating these. Like, well, like, is there an equal give and take? There needs to be mutuality in relationships because it could be exhausting and then you can get burnt out if you're overly giving and they're not giving back. And are we balancing our needs with the needs of others? So we're reevaluating this mutuality in our relationships. If it is not looking to be clear, those relationships, if it's not looking good in our relationships, we need to clear those out. Like if we're not happy in them, they're not serving our higher purpose, they're not supportive, they're not accepting and loving for who you are as a person, as a friend, if you're not feeling like you are being appreciated in your job or certain clients. Maybe it's time to start looking for new clients or another job where you're being fulfilled in that job and you're being appreciated for your hard work and what you do. There's nothing worse about spending your life in a 9 to 5, going to a job where you feel like a number, where you're not being appreciated. And this is a good time to reevaluate and reconsider those jobs if that is the case. But yeah, I mean, everything is looking pretty good. There's a huge grand trine. It's a fairly loose grand trine, but tight with Pluto, and Mercury and Venus, and then trining over to Uranus and Taurus. So it's like an Earth trine, a grand trine, an Earth grand trine. So this is all solidifying and committing to our relationships, our partnerships, and the direction that we're heading in those. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful energy. I really have nothing to complain about. I think that this whole autumn equinox is like one of my favorite times of year. I love balance. I have a Mars in Libra, so I know this energy pretty well. And we just, as Libra energy, need to be very careful about giving over giving or not being appreciated. But it's also a good time to think about others, like to think about other people's needs and I'd say of being of service too. I think that energy is still here, like giving. And because Libra's ruled by Venus, we're asking to be receptive for the people and the things that want to come in. Just be open. I'd say it's a great time to be grateful of the things that you have. And I'm going to go ahead and read the inside degrees for Libra at 2 degrees. It's an apprentice medicine man allowing himself to be bitten by a snake. Ooh. Existence itself initiates those who are given over to the vigors and its lessons. But being so exposed to the evolutionary edge is exceedingly challenging. Transformation is a constant at all levels. Everything is becoming something else, metamorphosizing before our eyes, propelled into the most extreme states imaginable. You feel the greatest anguish and loss, the most huge elation and bursts of freedom. Finger on the pulse of the collective cycles, right on the cutting edge. You are committed to planetary changes personally and pervasively. You absolutely feel the impact of what is going on and what needs to go on. Virtually spun out to the infinite, out to infinity by what it all means, drawn towards the basic and the simple for breath. Destiny obsessed. Rapidly thrown into the mist. You come out the other side either lost and confused and staggered or ready for anything, courageous, visionary, and an incredible generator of shared possibilities, unlimited. So there is a lot being offered to us that is being available to us, and for us to figure out if it fits within our life, if the puzzle fits. This is not a time to force things. This is the time to go with the flow. And this is a very Venusian painting of Venus. Now, Venus is a star that rotates in the shape of a star, the pointed star, right? It's the planet that rotates like a star. And we are 5-pointed stars. We have the head, our arms, and our 2 feet. We are the equal of masculine and feminine energy in some area within. We are Earth, and we are in between Venus and Mars. We are here to seek balance between oppositions, polarities. And this is the new moon, to seek and create the balance back into our life. Where this is in your chart, the Aries, this is rising Aries, this is balancing and a new beginning in your partnerships and relationships. Taurus, this is a new in your health and how you work, how you provide, and how your day to day looks like. Gemini, this is in your 5th house of romance, love, and creative projects. Cancer, this is in your 4th house of home. Something new, a new beginning, maybe a move, maybe a remodel, maybe getting new stuff for your place. Leo, this is your 3rd house of how you communicating and asking for what you want. Also your relationship with your cousins and your siblings. Virgo, this is happening in your 2nd house of value and resources. How do you provide for yourself? There's a new beginning. So get those marketing strategies out there. Libra, this is happening in your 1st house. This is your self-awareness. This is a brand new beginning and maybe the way that you want to be seen in the world, presented, maybe a change of hairstyle or getting rid of your clothes and getting a whole new wardrobe. And Scorpio, this is happening in your 12th house. And this is something that is new as far as your unconscious, your awareness of certain things that maybe were hidden. This could be just being able to let go and go with the flow and not resist change. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 11th house, which is something new in the area of friendships and networks and future plans. It could be even a proposal. Capricorn, this is happening in your 10th house of career and legacy. So we all know y'all obviously are very well liked in the area of your work. And it looks like there's going to be some new beginnings for you guys. Maybe a promotion. It could even be you get a raise or you get leveled up somehow in your career. Maybe you've been looking for a job and you finally find one. And so, yeah, that's really exciting, Capricorns. And Aquarius, this is happening in your 9th house. So there could be maybe a new beginning. Maybe you're starting a new class or a program, a workshop, a school. You could be graduating, or you're deciding that you get to travel and you're going to travel abroad, or maybe you got accepted into the studies for foreign travel, foreign land. You got accepted into a program to be a foreign exchange student. That's what I meant. And Pisces, last but definitely not least, this is happening in your 8th house. So there is some newness around your shared resources, inheritance, loans, and grants. If you were applying for a loan for a house, this is a good energy to be able to receive that loan. Also, it could be opening something up in your bedroom. Something new and exciting could be manifesting for you. Okay, well, stick around for your card reading, guys. Well, hello, good morning. Because it's the new moon in Libra, I have my friend Ginger get in here. And we're going to be doing the reading together today. So I'm going to start off with the animal spirit, and we're going to let Ginger roll the dice later before we do the tarot. Oh, platypus? Can you reach? Bell. What's it say?
Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life.
Ooh, yes. Actually, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because we could totally just be in our heads and thinking about all the things that aren't working or aren't going right. But that means that we're missing out on the blessings. So we have to focus on gratitude. And yeah, so complaining about this or that is a way to blow off steam, which can be healthy to a degree, but ultimately it isn't very helpful for you or anyone around you. Lift yourself up no matter what the present life circumstances are. Face the day head on and notice which thoughts you tend to put most of your attention on. Whatever the nature of those thoughts, the consequences manifest not only in your feelings, but eventually in the world around you. Power flows wherever your intention goes. That's so true. Power is a life force or spirit. When your attention is focused on negative thoughts, negative experiences result. So, whenever you notice yourself repeatedly attending a negative thought, practice shifting your attention to thoughts of gratitude. Consider blessings in your life. What are the things that make you happy? You may find a discrepancy between what makes you happy and what you're doing in your life right now. If that's the case, choose to alter one or the other. Either change your life and start doing what makes you happy, or change your thinking to enjoy whatever is happening in the moment. And it's up to you. So this is definitely a good card.
Yes. I like that one.
Yeah, it's definitely been something that I've been trying to focus my mind on, is just like choosing the more positive outlook on things. Like, I don't know if I didn't tell you guys, but this full moon in Pisces was very intense for me. And I was in Vegas, and it's just not a place that I like or anything. I think it's just like too much is going on. It's overstimulating and it's overly hot. And I was with my friends, and I ended up getting like severely dehydrated and heat exhausted, and I think maybe some food poisoning. And I felt like I was the closest to death.
That's not a fun Vegas
that I'd ever felt. And instead of just looking at that, I was trying to focus on my first 2 days, and I did have a really good time the first 2 days, but it was like the last day, it was just like, it was like hell on earth. So it's just focusing on the joys and the things that, you know, that we did like, instead of focusing on the negative. Yeah. So what card did you want to pull?
Let's see. I was thinking either the Angel Guidebook or...
We'll do the tarot last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the guy,
we'll do the oracles. Okay, and there's oracles down there too. But the Circuit Oracle?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, yeah. Shuffle them up and see. Go on. Hi, Legs. Legs is sitting here too. We'll show you. Let's see if we can show while you shuffle. Legs, where are you? You're hiding. There she is.
There she is.
Yeah. See, we're connecting. Oh, yes. Yes, you are. Leggies, it's okay.
Okay. Let's see what we got here.
No crying.
Okay. Just going to split it. And then just the first one. We got the red Countess.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a pretty card. What number?
Number
21.
21. Which is a 3, right?
Yep. So what I would do is just read this because it's really long and just stop here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold this.
So deep within, you know what is true and what to do or not
Legs.
to do.
Enough.
Yet there is so much noise and distraction in the world. And even at times in our own minds, that listening for our inner wisdom can seem like trying to hear gentle birds song in the midst of a rock concert. Even so, you are hearing an inner truth, and deep down, you know it. Can you trust that it is safe not to only hear your inner voice, but act on it too? There is something that you know, you felt, sensed, heard, or realized this truth more than once. Even if others see or feel differently, you just know what you know, even if you don't quite know how you know it. When the red countess appears, she is reminding you of what you know, no matter how convincingly someone or even you might be able to talk you out of it for a while. Oh, this is really making sense to me.
Yeah.
The truth always returns to be dealt with eventually. This is not meant to be a warning. It is meant to be a reassurance, an encouragement to be bold and act on what you feel. Give your truths value. Hold your feelings and insights in high enough esteem to pay attention to them, to give yourself time to process what you think, feel, and sense. Know that they are worth acting on, even if that action just means to trust more and stop worrying. If you cannot figure out what your inner truths are, or you feel confused by conflicting thoughts and feelings torn between head and heart, then you are in a state of information overload. You need to switch off, discharge some excess mental and emotional energy, and take a break. If a device was overheating, you would switch it off and let it cool down. Let it burst into flames beyond repair. Treat your brain, your nervous system, and your body, your mind with the same good sense. Unplug for a few moments at least. Give yourself some time out from the crazy noise and constant distractions of the world so you can get in touch with what is true for you. If you have a vision or feeling about someone or something you are uncertain about, Red Countess confirms the accuracy of your insight. Trust yourself and then choose to act from your truths.
We could do the healing trip.
Okay.
Say out loud, I release all vows of silence made in this way or any lifetime. I release all shame and fear of my intuition and insight from this or any lifetime. I release all memory and effect of being silenced, judged, or harmed in insight and knowledge I have held in this and my lifetime. I choose to see, know, and trust in my inner knowing through my own free will, the divine grace. This is now so. So breathe it in and through. The affirmation for this card is my inner knowing, my wise inner guide. I hear you whisper your loving truths deep inside. I trust you and act on your guidance at the perfect time and in the perfect way for me. That was a good card.
Yes, I liked it.
All right. Now I will pick from Shadows of Fate. And I've been picking like from this deck like every day for the last month, and I keep getting the same cards.
Oh, really?
Pillar.
Is that a frog on it? Thought I saw a frog. I'm seeing.
There is a frog inside.
Okay.
Yeah. Soul work. The bee.
Bee.
Oh, finally a new card. I've been getting the same like 3. I love these cards. These are like probably one of my most expensive deck. They're like
They're really pretty.
gold on the side and they're like velvety. Soul work. 46. Sometimes while we are navigating our day-to-day life, we can lose sight of the highest purpose in this earthly realm. This card asks you to once again check in with your soul's purpose. It is not possible to be derailed from your soul's path, no matter where you are, but clarity does help us show up for it in a more intentional way. Sit with these questions. What are you here to teach? Astrology. And the tool to help us get to know ourselves and our relationships with others. What are you here to learn? How to connect, I think, with others and be more vulnerable. What stirs in your heart? Food.
Yeah.
Spend some time reflecting upon your soul's mission and how you can integrate it into your life. So the life of the bee is all centered in one mission: to nurture the colony. There are different types of bees and they each have their unique job, but it is all to serve the collective. The bee is an ally for our soul's mission, because once we have an idea of what we're here to do and how we want to do it, they can teach us how to create structure and productivity. Call upon the bee when you are in a lineal space between knowing and action. And that's definitely where I've been. The bee, and it's funny, bees love me. I get I get stung like all the time. Thank God I haven't been stung in the last 2 years. I'm allergic. I'm allergic because the more you get stung by bees, the more you become allergic. Just like poison oak, the more you get it, the more allergic reaction you're going to get to it. So, but then I was on TikTok, I was scrolling through, and it says that if you have high vibrations, you attract that high vibration energy, which are bees. I'm always buzzing pretty high.
You know which bees are awful is the yellow jacket.
Mm.
Those bees are so mean.
And the wasps.
The wasps.
Oh, they're the worst.
I don't mind bumblebees and honeybees.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're nice.
And the meat eater bees, which ones are those?
Those are yellow jackets.
Oh, yeah, fuck those bees. Fuck you, bee. I think Dane Cook did a stand-up about that.
Yeah.
I will, fuck you, bee. I will punch you in the face. Didn't he say that?
I don't remember.
What's this? Loosen your grip. Okay, now it's your turn, and then I'll go. I'll read this one after.
From which deck?
Coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in. Ooh, okay, that's going to be good. So you pick from any card.
Any card?
Yeah.
Diamond one is
the round ones. Yeah. And then there's the book. It's the archetype deck by Kim Kronz. I love her work.
What?
Yeah, I have. This is my second book of hers. Ooh, that's a really pretty one.
Ooh. Shuffle these up a little bit.
Yeah, and then we'll roll the dice and do the tarot for closing. 2 more cards, guys.
Whoa. The storm.
Ooh. The storm.
That's a really cool card, though. It's like very abstract.
This is this deck is kind of hard to find.
So I'm not good with Roman numerals.
Well, that's not even on here. It just doesn't, I just don't get it. The storm, though. Is it a tool, a place, the cells, initiations? It's got to be what the storm is. I don't know. The place? Oh, the storm is a place. So 157. Do you see? It's weird how the book's laid out. Okay. It's got a lightning bolt. I was actually thinking about painting a lightning bolt.
So the storm, the chaos, the whirlwind, the disorder. Possessing an energy, much like that Tarot's Tower card, the storm undoes all that is. Everything that was solid, known, and relied upon is stripped away by the winds of fate. The ground becomes the sky becomes the center, and the center disappears. The storm is a great equalizer. No matter how far we've come on the path, no matter our age, wealth, or wisdom, we can't hide from its savage winds. Their disturbing howls stir anxiety and make it impossible to see and think straight. You must wait it out. If you try to fight the storm, you will lose. A better option is to seek temporary shelter and a reliable friend. When all else fails, go within. There, for a moment, you settle into the eye of the storm. Let's see.
When in light.
When light, meaningful obliteration and inhalation. When dark, meaningless disorder and dysfunction. Go deeper. The tornado scene in The Wizard of Oz. Relics the man watching. The storm lays bare the truth that there are forces larger than you. This understanding is a relief, but also a predicament of power that requires your surrender. That's so true. The storm's intention is to rebalance your equilibrium. It is a result of precarious conditions, not the cause of them. I really like that card.
Yeah. So really, it's just saying that when there is chaos all around you and things are shifting and changing, it's for the best.
Yeah.
It's to put us back in alignment. Maybe we got off of alignment. Maybe we got off of our soul's purpose, but we're never off of our soul's path.
Yeah.
So that's what the last card said. And just understand that the storm is there to redirect you. Yeah, redirect you. Yeah.
And this too shall pass, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, the storm will end.
Yep. And things will look better and brighter. I have this too shall pass tattooed on the back of my neck.
I love it.
So this is loosen your grip. So this is another part of surrender. And that card was also about
surrendering.
So these angels are falling, it looks like. And they're kind of like sleeping, it looks like, or dreaming.
It looks like they're falling.
Yeah, loosen your grip. Oh, that's what happens.
Just let yourself fall.
Okay,
land where you land.
Easier said than done. But falling doesn't look fun. Card 88. Or page 88. Okay, coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in. Cyclic being, the Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and the seasons. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those are most often those we most need to let go of. The food. Oh, I just said I love food. The substances, the relationships, the job, the people pleasing. So Libra, the things that we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part we're most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping the space covered with something that doesn't serve us or clinging to it for fear of it not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. The Course in Miracles, which I have that book, tells us whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. And that's so true, because if you think about clinging or holding on to water, what happens? The water just runs right through our fingers.
Right. So I think that the more you cling on to something, the more likely you are to lose it. Yeah. It's like, what is it? Like magnets, like magnetic energy.
Yeah. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and to give up control. And that's so hard for us Virgos. Like I have a Virgo moon, I have Virgo Jupiter, Saturn.
Letting go of control.
Yeah. Not over analyzing everything. And like, because when we analyze, we kind of want to understand things so we know where it stands so we can have more control. And it ends up just, I guess, stopping us from the learning and the growth that we ultimately is inevitable, you know? So
Yeah.
if this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip, to release the coping mechanism and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender all the feels, all that feels dense to the divine. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it might stay, but you can be sure that what is for you will find you.
Oh my gosh, this is so relatable right now.
Yeah, and you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. That just gives me comfort.
Take a picture of this.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? I guess my job and relationships.
I feel like connections, relationships.
Yep. But we have each other.
Amen.
We have a lot of fun together too. So that was a good card. So why don't you roll the dice and pick your tarot card?
Okay. So do roll the dice first?
Yeah. So then we can set the intentions for what the tarot reading is going to be.
Okay.
Ooh, Saturn 7
and Cancer 7.
Oh my God. This, do you know what this is? This is Cancer, partnership, relationship, marriage, and business partnership. And Saturn, that's marriage. This is dedication. So for Cancers, yeah, you've rolled your own thing. And
that is a trip.
Yeah, Saturn's ruled by Capricorn. And so Saturn is the commitment. Saturn is the restraints.
So that's like
the structures.
Capricorn.
Yep. Yeah.
Which I just like is my nemesis.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, so you can go ahead and
cool. 7 is like one of my favorite numbers, and it's also the 7th month, July, which I'm born in, so
yeah, wow, I didn't even think about that.
So we're doing this one? This one?
Yeah, your tarot.
Okay, so let's see.
And then I'll pick some. I'll just start shuffling. Ooh, the Devil card. That's actually Capricorn.
Oh. Capricorn!
And the Fool. I got the Fool card. The Magician. Or, whoa. The Death card. Oh my God, the Pluto. Ooh. We got the Devil and the Fool and Death. Oh, Jesus, Lord.
Okay.
I wonder what you're gonna get.
Okay.
Just shuffle them.
What?
Oh, 10 of Fire.
10 of Fire. Ooh. Too much work. Accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns.
It's Virgo. We still have Venus and Mercury in Virgo.
I have been feeling a little overworked lately.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
And there's a book, yeah.
Wait, is it the bottom?
It's right here.
Oh, it's right there. Where's the number? Of 10.
I think I'm gonna get a new phone.
The new iPhone.
I don't know if I want to get the 14 Pro Max or the 13 Pro Max. I heard the 14 battery's not that great.
Oh, well, what I like the feature is that if you, within like 5 minutes, if you send a text that you regret or you accidentally somebody,
you can take it back?
You can take it back within 5 minutes. I think it's
not the 13, but only the 14?
I don't know which one it is. It's the one that just came out.
That just sold me. I do have those moments where like you text the wrong person, you're like, shit.
That you know what happened.
I know. You and Rachel both. I think her mute wasn't on. She was talking shit in a business meeting. And then you sent the wrong text to your boss talking shit about your boss. Hilarious.
It all worked out though. I mean, you didn't take it personally.
I think she even got a raise out of it. She felt bad. You were being overworked. She's a really good worker. I want her to work for me so bad, but she likes to be in the medical field.
I like drawing blood, you know.
She's a vampire. That's why we're friends.
I like find myself looking at everyone's veins now. Ooh, look
That's
at
a
that
good one.
So get that one.
I know.
And seeing that flash.
Yeah, that girl went over here. You did it wrong. She was over here.
How could you go wrong with these veins?
I know.
My God. Okay, so the 10 of fire. You're working too hard and have to put in too many hours. That's kind of the way I feel right now.
Yep.
I feel like there's just no end to work, traffic, home, chores, kid. Let's see. There's a need to balance the professional and personal sides of your life. You're trying to do too much. A good first step is to be willing to accept assistance from others. Yeah,
asking for help is a huge one. I had to learn in life.
There's hope for a successful resolution to your situation or project. However, it's best if you cut unnecessary or burdensome activities from your schedule. Slow your pace to move to a more comfortable level. Additional meanings of this card: all work and no play. Darkness before the dawn. Stress-related health problems. Obsessive behavior. So what does that mean there at the bottom? The additional meetings. It's just
yeah, just additional meetings.
Okay.
So I got the King of Wands. Yep.
I try to play as much as I can.
Is that an 8 of Wands? Of Wands. Okay, so I'll show you my cards. Okay, so I think this has a lot to do with the retrogrades, these cards that I pulled. So first I pulled the Devil card. And it was
Ooh, those are really pretty
upright.
cards.
Yeah, they're holographic or whatever.
It's upside down.
Yeah, it's reversed.
Okay.
I pulled it reverse, and so it says releasing limiting beliefs and exploring darker thoughts and detachments. So I think this just is around like doing the shadow work, you know, and like how like our negative thinking can get in the way of our manifestation and really detaching from that. So if we were abandoned or rejected as a child, and like now it's like a part of our, like the fear of that. And so then we protect ourselves by our limiting beliefs. And
we attract that though in our adult life.
Yeah. And then I pulled the Fool card. This is the explorer. I don't know. I always think about Sagittarius, one that just jumps in. And so this is all about like jumping in and like starting something new and being spontaneous. If it feels right, do it. Don't hold yourself back. Even if you have these fears around these self-limiting beliefs, like, oh, I can't do it, or you get this business offer, or this, you know, this relationship, the guy of your dreams comes and you're just like, oh, you know, it's not going to work just like the rest. You know, we want to move away from that and accept that job offer, accept that love invitation. And, you know, we might get surprised. So this is an ending. This is a death. This is an ending of a cycle, and it's change, transformation, and transition. So this is about like the butterfly and the cocoon, and you're done with being the caterpillar, and you're ready to fly in your wings. So maybe stuff that didn't work out in the past, that cycle's over. That karmic cycle is over.
And let it go.
Yeah. Let it go.
Let it go.
Isn't that a song from that?
Let it go.
Yeah. Frozen, right?
And yeah.
I love that song. I actually put that on
it's a great song.
My playlist. I don't care if it's a kid song.
No, it's by an amazing singer and Broadway actress. So
yeah, and so this one came out. Natural born leader, vision entrepreneur. But this is about impulsiveness, pace, ruthlessness, and high expectations. So we're like, we just need to let go. I know it's reversed.
Okay.
We need to let go of the high expectations. Let's say you've been dating someone and you're just nitpicking the heck out of them and
Oh.
you don't think that it's going to work out because this, that, and the other. And that's just guarding yourself. That's protecting yourself from rejection or abandonment.
Well, I nitpicked.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah. That's not healthy. That's pretty much a projection on that person and how much they're hard on themselves. And so when they do that to themselves, they naturally do it
right now.
Yeah.
I feel like the girl's nitpicking at me like
yeah,
all the time.
well,
is that an insecurity on her part?
Probably.
That I'm learning my job pretty quickly.
Yeah. And I think you are. You're really good at what you do. So this is the 8 of Wands, and this one pulled up reverse as well. So this speaks of the delays, the frustrations, and resisting change, the internal alignment. So this is because there's 5 to 6 planet retrograde that we're all going inward and we're reassessing and reevaluating like a lot of areas of our life. And so I'm going to go ahead and end with this Making Magic deck. Something that we could focus and meditate on with this reading thus far. And so there's symbols that you could actually meditate on. So this one's wishes come true, rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. How awesome. So this is the little symbol that you could screenshot it, and during your meditations, you could just stare at the symbol and it will help wishes come true.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. Love, love, love. Are you feeling guided to pick any other cards before we close? Prosperity. A prosperous business with riches and success. So there's some success coming up for us. Could be unexpected wishes coming true. And from this reading, it looks like there is a lot coming forth, a lot of newness and a new cycle, new karmic cycle. So all of our past karmic contracts have been fulfilled and we're coming in and stepping into something new. So
this looks like
oh yeah, this is the one Noble got me. Yeah, we can
the mermaid.
Shuffle them. Did you pick that one or no?
No, I picked that one last.
Okay. Just put that.
Aww.
There you go. Yeah. I got this in Sea Ranch. We went to this really cool metaphysical store.
Love Sea Ranch.
I got all kinds of cool stuff. What is it going to be? What card? What card?
Okay, here we go. Oh.
Ooh, air.
Nice.
Air. Air. Breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life bringing energies. This is definitely a romance card.
Aww.
Breathing life into each other. That's so much better than breathing like negativity and death into someone where they pick you apart and stuff.
Okay. So breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life bringing energies. For a moment now, be still. Be still. Pause in the breath. See what it feels like to be in the in-between moment. Now, consciously begin the cycle of breathing, the intake of air, the pouring past your nostrils of the air, the sensation, the feeling, the expansion of the lungs, the slight moment before you release, then the beautiful moment when all that your body did not need, wish for, and integrate is released. If you have received this card, the mistresses of the deep breath, the merfolk, are asking you to explore the breathing you are doing, to make it conscious just for a time until your own capacity to enter into the beauty of exchange with the trees and the ocean's beds of oxygen creating plants becomes closer and more appreciated. You sometimes still believe you are separate and alone in the universe, but every breath you are breathing is not new. The same molecules have passed through others, have been exchanged over and over again. Now it is your time to exchange the energy, to take it into you and allow yourself to expand and feed your very cells. It is time to challenge your own patterns of the most fundamental nature, your breathing. That's really cool.
Yeah. So this new moon is all centered around our relationships and partnerships. So it's not off that we pulled Cancer in the 7th house with Saturn there. Saturn is also retrograde, and we're just really reconsidering like having more stability in our life as far as like our relationships, our friendships, and even our business partnerships. Like we want to find the right partners for us to create stability. Like we don't go out seeking a job or clients that are unstable, that aren't consistent. Like I had this client for 15 years, maybe rescheduled one time in those 15 years, but that's consistent stability.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me feel safe. I could get a car and have a car payment and know that I'm going to be able to pay it every month because I have consistent clients. And that's so important, not only in business, but in our relationships and our friendships.
Exactly.
So that's what this new moon's all about. So thanks for being my guest.
Yeah, it's fun.
And yeah, I love when I have other people on camera with me, because talking to this hole in a room,
I probably haven't even been looking
all by myself. Yeah, that's the hole.
That's the hole.
Yeah, the hole to the soul. All right. Well, if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can go to my website, www.lucidlivingmovement.com. If you're interested in learning astrology, I do teach workshops and in person, and it's really fun because I provide wine.
Yes.
And snacky wackies.
Do it.
And yeah. And or I could do Zoom if you're not in the area, and I'll walk you through. I have some PowerPoints and I break it down in 3 workshops. You can learn how to read your chart and how to predict your own future and prepare for it, you know? So it's like a meteorologist. You could predict the weather, but ultimately there's always chaos.
Do it, people,
right?
Do it.
Right, but it's always nice to know. Anything else? Yeah, if you'd like to support me in any way, all my links are right down below. All right, peace out, your Lucid Living Coach. And Ginger.